If you're over 60 and struggling with aching joints, stiff knees, or soreness that just won't go away, what you eat could be quietly making things worse. That's right. While many seniors turn to medications and creams, few realize that certain everyday foods may actually be fueling their joint pain. Inflammation is the root cause of most joint discomfort, and some foods trigger it like a wildfire. The worst part? These are foods many of us have eaten for years, thinking they were harmless or even healthy. But here's the good news. By simply removing the right foods, many people over 60 report feeling less stiffness, more mobility, and better mornings, often within weeks. So if you want to stay active, independent, and pain-free as you age, don't miss this. Today, we're revealing 7 common foods that could be making your joint pain worse, and what to eat instead to support your joints naturally. Stick around till the end. Your knees, hips, and shoulders might just thank you. Welcome, dear friends. I'm so glad you're here today. As we grow older, our bodies change, and joint pain can become a daily challenge that makes even simple movements harder than before. It's frustrating, and sometimes it can feel like there's no relief in sight. But here's something important to remember. Your diet plays a powerful role in how your joints feel every day. What you choose to eat can either increase inflammation and pain, or help soothe your joints and support mobility. In this video, we'll carefully explore 7 everyday foods that seniors should avoid if they want to reduce joint pain naturally. These are foods that may seem innocent, but have been linked by scientific research to increased inflammation in the body. We'll also gently touch on alternatives and tips to help you feel better, move more freely, and enjoy your days with less discomfort. This isn't about quick fixes or miracle cures. It's about simple, practical choices you can make right now to support your health and well-being. So please, take your time watching, and feel free to pause and reflect on what might work best for your unique body. And remember, you deserve comfort and vitality, no matter your age. Let's begin this journey together. Before we proceed, let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and if joint pain has been part of your daily life, share your experience in the comments below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Now that we understand how important diet is for joint health, let's gently explore the 7 everyday foods that research shows can increase inflammation and worsen joint pain, especially for seniors. Knowing these foods and making small changes can be one of the kindest things you do for your joints. So, let's take a closer look, starting with the very first food on our list. Food number 1: red and processed meats. Many seniors appreciate the comfort of a hearty meal featuring red meat, whether it's a juicy steak, a comforting beef stew, or some sliced deli meats. However, it's important to understand how these foods can affect joint health, especially as we age. Red and processed meats contain higher amounts of saturated fats and compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. AGEs are formed when meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as frying, grilling, or broiling. These compounds can cause oxidative stress in the body, which is a kind of wear and tear at the cellular level. Oxidative stress and AGEs trigger inflammation, and chronic inflammation is one of the main contributors to joint pain and stiffness, common complaints for seniors with conditions like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. In particular, processed meats, such as sausages, bacon, hot dogs, and deli cold cuts, often contain preservatives and additives like nitrates and nitrites, which may further promote inflammation and harm the delicate tissues in your joints. Saturated fats found in red meats can also raise levels of harmful LDL cholesterol in the blood. Over time, this can lead to poorer circulation and reduce nutrient delivery to the joints, slowing down repair and increasing discomfort. But there's good news. You don't have to completely give up meat to support your joint health. Choosing leaner proteins like skinless chicken, turkey, or fatty fish, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, can help reduce inflammation and provide essential nutrients your body needs. Also, consider cooking methods carefully. High-heat cooking methods like frying or grilling create more ages. Opting for slow cooking, boiling, or steaming can lower age formation and be gentler on your joints. By making these mindful choices, you're giving your joints a much-needed break from inflammation, allowing you to move more comfortably and enjoy daily activities with less pain. And now, let's take a closer look at the next food you may want to avoid to better protect your joints. Food number 2. Refined carbohydrates and white flour products. Think white bread, pastries, pasta, and sugary cereals. For many of us, foods made from white flour, like soft sandwich bread, cookies, crackers, and pancakes, have been household staples for decades. They're convenient, affordable, and comforting. But if you're over 60 and struggling with joint pain, it's important to understand how these foods may be contributing to your discomfort. Refined carbohydrates are often stripped of fiber and nutrients during processing. This means they're rapidly digested and turned into sugar in your bloodstream, and that sudden spike in blood sugar can fuel inflammation. Research has shown that high glycemic foods, those that cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, may increase the body's inflammatory response. This can aggravate joint issues, especially for seniors already dealing with arthritis, osteoporosis, or stiffness. In fact, one study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in refined grains are associated with higher levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation. Why does this matter? Because inflammation is at the root of most joint problems. It can damage the cartilage that cushions your joints, worsen stiffness, and slow down your ability to move comfortably. Here's what's even more concerning. These foods are often eaten in combination with added sugars and unhealthy fats, making their inflammatory impact even worse. So that morning pastry or that bowl of sugary cereal may be silently working against your joint health. Better choices. Instead of white bread or refined pasta, consider switching to whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, or 100% whole wheat bread. These provide fiber, help manage blood sugar levels, and may actually help reduce inflammation rather than feed it. Food number 3. Added sugars, found in sugary drinks, cookies, cakes, flavored yogurts, packaged snacks, and even canned soups. Many seniors grew up in a time when sugar was a special treat, a spoonful in tea, a slice of cake on Sundays. But today, added sugars are hiding in almost everything, and that's bad news for joint health. Consuming high amounts of added sugar doesn't just affect your waistline. It also promotes inflammation in the body, particularly in the joints. When we eat sugary foods, the body releases cytokines, small proteins that trigger inflammation. If you already have arthritis or joint stiffness, this can lead to increased pain, swelling, and discomfort. One study published in the journal Rheumatology found that people who consumed sugary soft drinks regularly were significantly more likely to have rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. Even more, high sugar intake is linked to elevated levels of uric acid, which can trigger painful gout attacks, especially in older adults. And here's something important many people miss. Sugar weakens the immune system and increases the production of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, harmful compounds that build up in joints and tissues, damaging cartilage and making the joints less flexible over time. How much sugar is too much? Experts recommend no more than 25 grams, about 6 teaspoons, of added sugar per day for women and 36 grams, about 9 teaspoons, for men. But a single soda or a flavored yogurt can easily exceed this limit. Better choices. Try replacing sugary snacks with fresh fruit, cinnamon-spiced oatmeal, or unsweetened yogurt with berries. For beverages, opt for water infused with lemon, unsweetened herbal teas, or green tea, which actually has anti-inflammatory benefits. Food number 4. Excess salt, sodium. Found in canned soups, processed meats, fast food, frozen dinners, chips, packaged sauces, and pickled items. Many seniors are told to watch their salt intake for heart health, but did you know that too much salt can also harm your joints? High sodium levels cause your body to retain water, leading to swelling and pressure in the joints. For someone already experiencing arthritis or joint stiffness, this water retention can make the pain worse and reduce mobility. But that's not all. Studies suggest that excess salt may actually trigger autoimmune responses, which can contribute to conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. A 2013 study published in Nature found that high salt intake could activate immune cells that drive inflammation, making it harder for your body to regulate pain and protect your joints. And as we age, our kidneys become less efficient at removing sodium, so older adults are more vulnerable to the effects of a salty diet. That's why even if you don't feel thirsty after eating salty foods, your joints may still be silently suffering. Here's the issue. Many processed foods contain hidden sodium, even those that don't taste salty. A slice of bread, a bowl of cereal, or a spoonful of salad dressing can contain more salt than you'd expect. What's the safe limit? Experts recommend limiting sodium intake to less than 2,300 milligrams per day, about 1 teaspoon of salt. But most people consume nearly double that amount without realizing it. Better choices. Cook meals at home using fresh ingredients. Flavor with herbs and spices like garlic, basil, turmeric, or lemon juice. Choose low sodium or no salt added canned products and read labels carefully. Sodium can be sneaky. Before we move on to the next food to avoid, let me know in the comments. Have you ever checked how much salt is in the foods you buy? Now, let's talk about another surprising food that can aggravate joint pain. Food number 5. Fried and deep-fried foods. Found in French fries, fried chicken, donuts, onion rings, battered fish, fast food items, and some takeout meals. Fried foods may be comforting, but for seniors battling joint pain, they can be a hidden enemy. These foods are typically cooked in vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, like corn, soybean, or sunflower oil. While the body does need omega-6 in moderation, too much, especially when it outweighs anti-inflammatory omega-3s, triggers inflammation and worsens pain. Plus, the high-heat frying process creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs, harmful compounds that build up in joint tissues, damaging cartilage and reducing flexibility over time. A 2016 study published in Public Health Nutrition found that individuals who consumed fried foods at least 4 times a week had significantly higher markers of inflammation, including C-reactive protein, CRP, a major indicator of joint inflammation. And let's not forget, fried foods often contribute to weight gain, which puts extra pressure on weight-bearing joints like the hips, knees, and lower back, further compounding the problem for older adults. What to do instead? Bake, steam, or grill your meals instead of frying. Use healthy oils like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil in small amounts. Swap French fries for roasted sweet potatoes or steamed veggies. If you must indulge occasionally, pair fried foods with anti-inflammatory sides like leafy greens or berries. Food number 6. Alcohol, especially beer. Found in beer, wine, spirits, liqueurs, and some cooking sauces. As we age, the way our body processes alcohol changes, and for seniors struggling with joint discomfort, alcohol can make things worse in several ways. Beer, in particular, contains purines, substances that break down into uric acid in the body. When uric acid builds up, it can form sharp crystals in the joints, triggering gout attacks, a painful form of arthritis that often affects older adults. Beyond gout, alcohol in general promotes inflammation and can dehydrate the body, which impacts the natural cushioning and lubrication of the joints. Dehydration may worsen stiffness and limit mobility. A study published in the American Journal of Medicine found that even moderate alcohol intake was linked to an increased risk of joint inflammation and cartilage damage, especially in those already dealing with osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. Additionally, alcohol can interfere with medications commonly used by seniors for pain, arthritis, or chronic conditions, increasing side effects or reducing effectiveness. And don't be fooled by the myth that red wine is always heart healthy. While small amounts may have benefits for some, when it comes to joint health, less is more, or even none at all. Healthier habits. Replace beer or cocktails with herbal teas, sparkling water with lemon, or anti-inflammatory drinks like turmeric lattes or green tea. If you enjoy a glass now and then, talk to your doctor about what's safe based on your medications and joint health status. Always stay hydrated. Your joints need water to stay cushioned and flexible. Food number 7. Artificial trans fats, partially hydrogenated oils. Found in margarine, non-dairy creamers, packaged baked goods, like pastries, cookies, and crackers, microwave popcorn, frozen pizza, and some fried fast foods. Trans fats are among the worst types of fats you can eat, especially for seniors dealing with arthritis or joint stiffness. These artificial fats are created during a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid oils into solid fats to increase shelf life. But here's the problem. Trans fats trigger systemic inflammation. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, people who consume diets high in trans fats have significantly elevated levels of inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, which is often associated with joint deterioration and chronic pain. For seniors, avoiding trans fats is even more important because these fats don't just affect the joints. They also increase the risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and insulin resistance. All of these conditions can indirectly worsen inflammation and pain perception. Label trick. Even if a label says 0 grams trans fat, that doesn't always mean it's free of trans fats. If you see partially hydrogenated oil in the ingredient list, that's a hidden source of trans fat. Better alternatives. Use real butter or olive oil instead of margarine. Choose natural nut butters with no hydrogenated oils. Opt for homemade snacks or trusted brands with clean trans fat-free labels. The FDA has banned trans fats in many countries, but some older products may still contain them, especially in global or imported foods, so always read the label. Now that you've seen all 7 foods to watch out for, stick around as we break down what you can start doing today to protect your joints and feel more comfortable every day. What seniors over 60 should remember about joint pain and diet. If you're over 60 and experiencing joint stiffness, swelling, or pain, you're not alone. Joint discomfort becomes more common with age due to natural wear and tear, reduced collagen production, and a lifetime of accumulated strain. But here's something many people overlook. The foods you eat every day play a major role in how your joints feel and function. Diet isn't just about weight management. It can either ease inflammation or make joint pain worse. In this video, we've explored 7 foods that can significantly contribute to inflammation and joint discomfort in older adults. Red and processed meats may trigger inflammatory responses and accelerate joint tissue breakdown. Refined carbs and white flour products can spike blood sugar, leading to more stiffness and inflammation. Added sugars, which often hide in common items like flavored yogurt or sauces, prompt the body to release inflammatory chemicals that worsen pain. Too much salt can cause water retention and place added pressure on already sensitive joints. Fried and deep-fried foods contain unhealthy fats that increase oxidative stress, damaging joint tissues. Alcohol, especially beer, raises uric acid levels and can trigger painful gout attacks. And artificial trans fats, often found in packaged snacks or pastries, are linked directly to chronic inflammation throughout the body, including the joints. Why does this matter, especially for seniors? As we age, our body's ability to fight inflammation weakens. The cartilage that cushions our joints also becomes thinner and less elastic, which makes the joints more vulnerable to damage. So, eating pro-inflammatory foods can worsen the symptoms of arthritis, increase stiffness, and even speed up the wear and tear on your joints. Simply put, what you eat could be making your joint pain worse or helping to relieve it. The good news is, small changes can go a long way. Swapping white bread for whole grain, choosing water or green tea instead of soda, and avoiding highly processed snacks can reduce the stress on your joints over time. It's not about strict dieting or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about being mindful and making better choices one meal at a time. And just as important as knowing what to avoid is understanding what to eat more of. Anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, turmeric, olive oil, and omega-3 rich fish can nourish your joints and support mobility well into your later years. With a thoughtful, joint-friendly diet, you can stay active, independent, and enjoy life with more comfort and ease. If you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, sibling, or loved one who might also be dealing with joint pain. Sometimes, a small change in diet can make a big difference in someone's comfort and quality of life. We'd also love to hear from you. Are there any foods you've stopped eating that made your joints feel better? Or any healthy habits that help you stay active and pain-free? Let us know in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else. And don't forget to subscribe to Nourishing Seniors for more practical tips on living a healthier, more vibrant life after 60. We're here to support you with science-backed advice, week after week. Now that you know which 7 foods to avoid for joint health, you might be wondering what foods actually help reduce joint pain. We've got you covered. Watch this next video on Top 10 Anti-Inflammatory Foods to Reduce Joint Pain for Seniors to discover the best foods to support your joints naturally. Thanks for spending time with us today. And here's to feeling better, moving easier, and living fully at every age.